Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Los Angeles Rams Insider Podcast. I'm your host and beat writer, Brock Vieira. You can check out all of our work at www.si.com/NFL/Rams, where we drop double digit pieces of content every single day pertaining to the Rams, NFL draft, free agency, so on and so forth. And that is what I'm here to talk about today. And that is, of course, the draft. One player in particular, and that is Jeremiah Love. The reason why I'm talking about the Notre Dame running back is because he has drawn comparisons to Ty Gurley in the past for his abilities as a ball carrier and a wide and a receiver. And then also the Rams are in position to make a move to trade up for him because they currently own the 13th overall pick and they have the draft capital in order to make that move if they really want to make an explosive move in the running back room. It's not going to be a long video today. Just going to dive into Love. And while the reasons why, while there are some people who want him, there's virtually no chance that the Rams are going to go get him. Again, you never want to say never, and you never know the intentions of the team, especially on draft day, because of course mindsets can change, intentions can change, the realities of the situation can change, variety of factors. But here's what we know so far. Of course, Kyron Williams is on a 3-year deal that's kicking in this year. He signed it in training camp last season, actually preseason, the day that they were supposed to play the Dallas Cowboys in a training camp exercise. Williams signed his extension, and he celebrated by just flattening a blitzing defender from the Cowboys during the practice. I mean, I was standing right there on the sideline, and this was red zone scenario. If memory serves me correct, they're about the 5 or the 7 yard line, so real close to the end zone. It was Jimmy Garoppolo as the quarterback. It was shotgun formation. I'm not exactly sure how the defender got into the backfield. I believe he shot through the A gap or the C. One's either the C gap or the A gap. Again, this was nearly a year ago, maybe at least over half a year ago. So this is just kind of going based off memory. That part is getting fuzzy. The part that is clear as day is Williams cracking him and putting that defender on the ground. I mean, my goodness, violent football. It's what you love, right? It was fun to watch. That's the reason why there's no chance Jeremiah Loves comes to the Rams. And it's because we don't know what his skill set is as a pass blocker. And no matter how explosive you are as a running back, this is not Jared Goff. That's QB1. This is not anybody else that's QB1. This is Matthew Stafford, and Matthew Stafford is a gunslinger. And what's the point of having a gunslinger if you don't go out there and sling it? But you can't go out there and sling it in the modern NFL with only 5 offensive linemen in protection unless you're going to get the ball out quickly. You need to have at least 6 men in protection, and Kyron Williams' ability to pick up those blitzes, as displayed by that story, is the main reason why the Rams have no ambitions of supplementing that running back room with a player like Jeremiah Love. The other part of that equation is Blake Corum. They truly believe Blake Corum can be that decisive threat that can cut up field. They don't want to use Corum as much as they do Williams because while Corum is, I would say, a more explosive runner, I think is the best way to say. I don't want to use the word better because I do think Corum has better vision, but I think Williams has better execution of his vision. Where I think Corum likes to dance a little bit too much in the backfield. Sometimes it benefits where he's able to find the hole late and break it off because he does have tremendous intelligence with understanding blocking schemes and how things are going to line up. But at the same time, even if a hole's not there, you just got to hit it for 1 or 2 yards just to get some forward momentum. And sometimes he can get stopped in the backfield. And while the Rams love that explosiveness and that grit and that desire that Corum has, there's also the issue of sometimes we want to run the ball on 1st and 10, and we're stuck at 2nd and 12. At that point, we might as well have just thrown it. That's kind of the mentality and the mindset behind those moves. And then the Rams announced earlier that today that they are re-signing Ronnie Rivers. Of course, he's more of a special teams player, but you're looking at a running back room that currently is going to have Rivers, Jordan Waters, Jarquez Hunter, who had no snaps last season, Blake Corum, and Kyron Williams. Jeremiah Love is a great runner, a great receiver. So is Kyron Williams. He doesn't have the speed of Love. He doesn't have the explosiveness of Love. But the Rams also don't need it. They just need him to be him. And being him was a big reason why they've been successful for the past 3 seasons. 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons, able to pick up blitzes, able to make tremendous catches. But the one crucial element about Williams that I don't think people respect enough is he's never out of the fight. However, I look back at this week 5 in particular last season as my kind of prime example of this. Williams coming into the season, there was a rhetoric regarding his fumbling issues, especially after he fumbled in the divisional round last season. And then to fumble at the 1 yard line as you're trying to go in for the leading score with less than what was it, less than 2 minutes in the game at that point, and to fumble to give that up, that would be devastating to a lot of guys. How did Williams respond? The Rams were able to get the ball back. He made two critical catches to set the game time field goal. He then made two more critical catches in overtime to set the Rams up at 4th and 1 inside the deep inside 49ers territory. And the Rams did run the ball with Williams. They had Jordan Whittington and Puka Nakua trying to combo block underneath with Fred Williams as a blockbuster coming through. Not Fred Williams, sorry, Fred Warner as the blockbuster coming through. And like schematically, that was just a foolish decision on the coaching staff. Nothing to do with Williams. But the fact that he could rebound after that and do everything that he did, it's big. Especially when you consider that Blake Corum's hands in the passing game, unfortunately, are suspect. He does a lot of things right, but the Rams need a full, well-rounded running back. And while Jeremiah Love does do a lot to really entice people, we don't know how he's going to be as a pass protector, and that's the critical element needed for a Rams running back. The fact that Williams is able to be a 1,000-yard ball carrier and everything else beyond that is just added bonus to what the Rams want to do in 2026. This has been Brock Vera of the Los Angeles Rams Insider Podcast. We'll catch y'all next time. Take care.